right, 6th grade summarizing. What it is, what it isn't. Most students lose points on summaries for one simple reason. They include too much. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to fix that fast, because if you're trying to include everything, you're not summarizing. You're just retelling. By the end of this video, you should be able to read a passage once and quickly decide what belongs in the summary. That's a decision skill. You can do this. If your summary turns into long explanations, that's not because you didn't understand the text. It's because you haven't decided what you have to leave out. Remember, we have to kick some of those details to the curb. We don't need them. Think of a summary like shrinking a text down to its most important parts. Not everything that was said. Just what someone actually needs to understand it. All right, look at both of these options. One is focused, and one is trying to explain too much. I'll give you a second to decide. Go ahead and pause the video. All right, the correct answer is B. It sticks to the main idea instead of trying to explain everything. This is where students lose points. They think adding more details makes it better, but it doesn't in summaries. If your summary is long, it usually means you didn't filter out enough information and really get down to the meat or the bones of the true point. That's what we got to get better at. So here's the process. Stronger readers use this every single time. Number 1, figure out what it's mostly about. Number 2, pull the most important details, not everything, and then cut everything else. That middle step, choosing what matters, that is the real key to successful summaries. That is the skill you want. Don't try to remember everything in this passage. That's not your job. Your job is to notice what actually matters. Pause the video and unpause it when you're ready. Notice what's happening here. We're not listing details. We're grouping them into bigger ideas. That's how summaries stay short and complete. Now, this summary works because it combines ideas instead of stacking details. That's the difference between a summary and someone retelling a story. Now, if we take a look at this one's weaker because when you look at it, it feels longer because it follows the passage, same step-by-step writing. That's your warning sign. Summaries shouldn't sound like the original. They should sound simplified. Think of it like this. You want to answer to a question. You want to check your work. Do you want someone to tell you which letter it is? Because you already have the text in front of you and the different multiple choice questions? Or do you want someone to give you a long explanation and then at the end say what it is? No, you want to know what it is and get to the point. That's what we're doing with summaries. We're not holding the reader's hand, helping them every step of the way. We're giving them quick, short, decisive action. That's what you want, right? So that's what we're doing here. If your summary mirrors the structure of the passage, you didn't actually summarize it. You just rewrote it in a slightly different way with different words. Now, this is your turn. Don't rush. This step is where real improvement happens. Unpause when you're ready to move forward. If you don't know what matters yet, you're not ready to write. Go look at the passage again. That's okay. Remember, we're learning. We're not perfect yet. Keep yourself disciplined. One sentence focuses on the key summary. If you can get everything you need in one sentence, you know you're on the right track. If you start getting too long, you're adding too much detail. Now take a look at this answer. It's a strong answer, but don't worry about whether it matches word for word. That's not what matters. What matters is, did you keep the main idea and the key details? That's whether it's correct or we need to keep working on it. All right, now you have a little more space, but the thinking doesn't change. More sentences doesn't mean more information. It means better control over what really matters. Which answer includes everything important without adding extra? I'll give you a second. Pause the video. When you're ready, unpause. The correct answer is B. It includes all the important ideas, but it stays controlled. The others either leave something out or they focus too narrowly and don't give enough information. Now, flip your thinking. Which detail does not belong in a summary, in this summary specifically? Take a second, pause, and unpause when you're ready. The correct answer is C. It's a description. It's not an essential idea. We don't need it to understand what's being discussed in the passage. That's how you know what to kick to the curb. All right, final check. Which answer is complete but still concise? Pause and decide, and unpause when you're ready. The correct answer is B. It includes all key information, all key ideas without extra information. That's the key to success. All right, which answer is complete but still concise? And which answer is too detailed? So go ahead and pause and take a look at and figure out which is too detailed so that we can get rid of that one and remove all the extra information. Unpause when you're ready. The correct answer is C. It includes all key ideas without removing anything or shrinking it or synthesizing it into one focused summary. All right, on this one, let's choose what we can get rid of. What can we leave out? Pause when you're ready, or unpause when you're ready. Sorry. The answer is C. This information isn't a key detail, so it can be removed. Now decide what should be left out. If it doesn't support the main idea, it doesn't belong. Use this formula to help you identify your key areas so you can create key elements of independent, excellent work. If it feels hard, it's okay. You can use the last example, or you can use this example. Write 2 sentences. One is the main idea, and the second is the key detail. It's short, it's sweet, it gets it done. There's a couple of things to watch out for, though. We definitely want to make sure that we're not retelling, giving too much information, and not cutting out information that doesn't match or that doesn't make the most important impression. All right. Now, remember, if an answer leaves out something, it's weak. If it adds too much, it's wrong. Strong summaries stay balanced. All right, here's your final challenge. Read this and test your skills. See where you're at. Now, don't skip this step. This is super important. Practice is how you improve. So, when we're improving, we want to make sure that we get the best skills and we have the best opportunities. If you want to get better at this skill, check the description for practice activities that you can use right now, whether it's just practice, and there's also options for test prep readiness. All right, until next time, stay safe, healthy, and happy. Bye.